This new Evori Dreamwings Vandal is about to release in Valorant. It's got a little cat mascot, some new effects on the animations, as well as incredible sound design. Have a listen. This Vandal skin costs 2,475 Valorant points on its own, and it's worth noting that it cannot appear in your night market since it is ultra tier. To put that into perspective, that is the equal most expensive Vandal skin in the game, with the only other Vandal skin costing that much being Elderflame. Personally, I think this new Evori Vandal is way better than the Elderflame one, as I'd say it sounds way better and looks nicer too. That definitely doesn't make it the outright best Vandal skin in the game though. For example, the Kuronami Vandal is arguably still the best in the game, and that comes in slightly cheaper at 2,375 Valorant points. One step further down the ladder in terms of price, and you'll get skins like Prelude's Chaos or Araxis for again just a little bit cheaper at 2,175 Valorant points. Of course, you should make your own judgments about how the Evori Vandal stacks up against the others, but those are just a few references in terms of price point. Valorant skins are overpriced at the end of the day, and it's hard to justify spending a lot of money on them, but if you are someone who happily spends money on video game cosmetics, then this Vandal skin in Valorant terms isn't too bad of an offer. The skin itself obviously isn't for everyone, it's definitely got a target audience, but I think it nails what it's going for. The inspect animation itself is a default one, but the added touch of the mascot floating around is neat, and then it's similar with the equip, where the animation itself is default, and then there's this extra effect that just goes over the gun. Personally, I wish the gun appeared out of thin air, similar to the Kuronami one, but the effect here is still decent. The little mascots for these skins are really interactive. They move around when you jump, get angry when you shoot, things like that. There's definitely an argument to be made that it could be distracting or something along those lines, but I think it's one of the highlights of the skin as long as it's not something that bothers you. Like I was saying earlier, the sound design of this skin is one of the best parts. Here is the kill audio as well. I'm not a huge fan of the finisher for this skin, and I think it is almost a little bit underwhelming for the price point, but it definitely does stay true to its theme, and it is still pretty cool seeing the sky turn to night and stars appearing. If you aren't a fan of the sound design overall, then this probably isn't the Vandal skin for you. In terms of the variants, like I said with the melee in another video, the purple is my personal favorite, and then the pink will definitely be popular. Meanwhile, the green and orange variants are decent as well. Overall, I'd say that this Vandal skin is far from a must buy, but if you're into the aesthetic it's going for, and again have that sort of money to be throwing at a free to play video game, then it is of course worth picking up. It's one of the nicest sounding and pretty looking skins out there, but of course it is going to be pricey at the ultra tier. That's just what I think though, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this new Vandal skin as well as the bundle itself, so let me know what you think in the comments.